A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move that raises eyebrows across the international community, Chad has announced the termination of its defense cooperation agreement with France, marking a pivotal moment in the dynamics of Western influence in Africa's Sahel region. This announcement, made by Chadian Foreign Minister Abderrahmane Koulamallah, underscores a growing sentiment in Chad to assert its sovereignty and redefine its strategic partnerships as it navigates a complex geopolitical landscape. The decision comes at a time when France, which has maintained a military presence in Chad since its colonial rule, has approximately 1,000 troops stationed in the country, primarily in the capital N'Djamena. These troops have played a crucial role in providing intelligence and logistical support to the Chadian military in its ongoing battle against Islamist militants operating in the Sahel. However, the recent announcement signals a shift in Chad's approach to security alliances, particularly in light of its recent distancing from traditional Western allies, including the United States, which was asked to withdraw its troops ahead of the upcoming presidential elections. Chad has historically been a key partner in the West's fight against terrorism in West Africa, but the tides are changing. The foreign minister emphasized that while France remains an essential partner, Chad is now poised to redefine its strategic partnerships based on national priorities rather than historical ties. This sentiment reflects a broader trend in the region, where countries like Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have also severed their security agreements with France, opting instead for alliances with Russia. Koulamallah's remarks came just hours after a meeting with French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot, who was visiting Chad to discuss bilateral relations. Despite the termination of the defense pact, Koulamalla insisted that this does not constitute a complete break with France, unlike the situations in Niger and Mali, which have seen more pronounced shifts towards Moscow. He reiterated that Chad is committed to maintaining cooperative relations with France in other areas, suggesting that the decision is more about asserting sovereignty than severing ties entirely. The Chadian government's decision to terminate the defense agreement, originally revised in 2019, reflects a desire to fully assert its sovereignty after 66 years of independence. The statement released by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs indicated that Chad would respect the modalities of the termination and collaborate with French authorities to ensure a smooth transition. This highlights Chad's intention to manage the withdrawal of French troops carefully, ensuring that it does not lead to instability in the region. As Chad navigates this delicate transition, it is essential to consider the broader implications of this move. The Sahel region has been plagued by insecurity, with various armed groups operating across borders and threatening stability. Chad has been a critical player in efforts to combat these threats, and its shift in alliances could have significant repercussions for regional security dynamics. Moreover, the growing influence of Russia in the region cannot be overlooked. As Chad seeks to redefine its strategic partnerships, it is evident that the country is capitalizing on the existing rivalry between Western powers and Russia. This strategic maneuvering allows Chad to position itself advantageously, gaining leverage in negotiations with both sides. Chad's move also resonates with a broader sentiment among African nations seeking to assert their sovereignty and agency in international relations. The termination of the defense cooperation agreement with France signals a desire for African countries to take control of their security narratives and partnerships. This trend is likely to continue as more nations in the region reassess their relationships with former colonial powers and explore new alliances that align with their national interests. In the context of this shifting landscape, it remains to be seen how France will respond to Chad's decision. The French Foreign Ministry had not provided immediate comments on the situation, indicating that the decision may have come as a surprise. As the situation unfolds, both countries will need to navigate this transition carefully to avoid potential fallout. In conclusion, Chad's termination of its defense cooperation agreement with France marks a significant turning point in the country's foreign policy and its approach to security partnerships. As it seeks to assert its sovereignty and redefine its strategic alliances, the implications of this decision will reverberate not only within Chad but also across the broader Sahel region. The evolving geopolitical landscape in Africa will continue to be shaped by these dynamics, as nations assert their independence and seek partnerships that align with their national priorities. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.